title. Claudio Ranieri, the first time he's done that. Leicester, the Premier League champions. What a journey it has been. And just look at the contrasts. Leicester 14th the previous season. The average for champions is second. Just shows the turnaround is just amazing. Points behind previous champions is just extraordinary. 46, the average 4.2. And the continuity's been a big thing, hasn't it, Jamie? 27 changes, a couple enforced in recent games, with Vardy suspended, now Drinkwater.
That's when he's the Tinkerman. Not the Tinkerman no more, is he?
95.4, the average.
Kept dropping Scott.
Unpredictable, you said earlier he was.
I know, but that's where he's probably evolved as a manager. You know, people say in football, don't they? You never stop learning. You never, and probably he's learned from that. You know, I think it was something which at times, certainly when I was at Chelsea, at times it wasn't good, and he's certainly not done it. He's become more predictable. I think we can name the substitution he makes. You know, at certain minutes of the games, at 60 minutes, Okazaki normally comes off, and so full credit to him.
So just to sum this up then, and go back to something you said earlier, is this a story, the greatest upset ever in sport, not just football, that's changed football? Will football now be completely different in the sense you can never write any team off? A recruitment process where they've shown how to do it, you don't need to spend millions and millions and millions.
Well, I think we should mention him. We've mentioned the players, the manager, Steve Walsh. I think how important recruitment is. I think we all say that in football. Biggest thing for a manager. And I think he's had great help there from someone who's already at the club. But what it will do, no one will ever be able to have an excuse now about not doing well in a season, or we can't do this, we can't do that. People will always throw Leicester at you. Now, is this going to happen every year? Of course it's not. But there's a hope from me that it happens a lot more often than it has done in probably the last 20, 30 years. I think the decade of the 70s, I think there was probably 6 or 7 different winners. I think it'd be fantastic for football, for fans of every club, thinking that your team had a chance going into a season. And that's what they've done. I've said that before. They've given hope to everyone on all kinds of different levels that your club can achieve something. Have that one day in the sun. It may even be an FA Cup. It doesn't have to just be the league championship. You think of West Ham this season, how close they are to the Champions League. They could do that. That's another surprise. Tottenham being second. Let's be honest about that. When was the last time they done that? Just when they won the title. I don't think they've been in the top 2 since that. And you just hope now, maybe with the money in the Premier League, the top teams have always had that money. And when you've got top players, it's difficult to actually improve on what you've got, no matter how much money you've got. But those teams that are in Leicester's position, anywhere in the Premier League now, they can improve a lot. The money in the Premier League means that teams in our bottom half can go to Porto, Benfica, Ajax, PSV, big names of European football, and maybe take their best players. So it should make the league a lot more competitive, and hopefully in the future, it's not going to happen every season, of course not, but you'll see these stories because that's what the game's about.
Does this change the landscape in football in this country?
I think it does, yeah, for sure. I think the main thing is, for me, it shows you what a team can achieve. And in terms of, you can have the big individuals, you can spend the 50 millions on certain one player, but I think Leicester today have showed people that a real team effort, a togetherness, can, and we all see it in movies, don't we? We see their movies, the team come together and we stick together and we win. This is a movie. It's a blockbuster, isn't it? And this one at the end was going to say.
You're going to start making it in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end, it's going to say it's based on a true story, and that's the amazing thing about it.
It also says that any team, in whatever sport, what you can do with spirit.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And Jamie's been in unbelievable teams. What have had that spirit, and for me, I personally think, and I'm sure James is the same. If you've got that, you've got half a chance.